In this video, I'm going to show you all the features and cool things that I love about this new to me 2019 Sportsman 850 SP. So there you have it, in all of its glory. I picked up this bike a few months ago. I've been really busy with all the hurricanes that we keep having in Louisiana, so I couldn't really make any videos on it, but man, I am excited to have another big bore ATV with power steering back in my garage. As many of you know, I had the Renegade back in the day, then I sold it for a Razor 800, then I sold that for a Razor 1000 XP. Still had a bunch of random four-wheelers, but I always still craved an 850 again, or an 800, or a 1000. My dad had a Sportsman 850, the old body style, I believe it was a 2011 or 12. I actually sold it to a friend. He still has it. It's an excellent bike, a lot of hours. Well, not really a lot, but a fair amount with absolutely no issues. Suspension bushings, you know, normal stuff. But this ATV right here really, really excites me. When this thing came out, I was tickled to death to see a new body style come out. I mean, Can-Am has been running theirs forever. Polaris kind of started running theirs forever. And when I saw this overhaul, it really got me excited about ATVs again. Overall, the bike is a traditional 850 XP platform. I believe it's a little bit longer wheelbase. You still have your very flush face wheels. Okay, so you have extremely long A-arms because of that, and it gives you a ton of suspension travel. Okay. Now this ATV only had 3 hours and 20 miles on it when I bought it. It was a hunting bike, and the guy did not have time to use it. So let's go over some features. This bike, ATV. Nice digital display here. Your high beam, low beam, reverse override. You hit that, you hold this. When you reverse, a wide open throttle, and there's no limiter. You have your kill switch. Okay. Then over here, you have two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive with hill descent. Let's be real. Four-wheel drive with the OEM engine braking is ridiculous. I mean, it almost brings you to a complete stop with no brake. It's almost too much, to be honest. If you were racing, I could actually see it being a hindrance, like GNCC or some kind of woods racing. It really, really slows you down. But I understand why they did it. For the average consumer, it's a really nice feature. It is a one-handle braking system. That's going to engage front and rear brakes. Then you also have your foot brake down low for just your rear wheels. The all-wheel drive system is a 10. This is Polaris, okay? This is their system. You have a pretty much a dual roller bearing sprog. It engages it, and then it locks those needle bearings on both sides to engage your front wheels. So there actually is no front differential or clutch plates to engage for these front wheels to pull equally. And that's why Polaris brags so much about their on-demand four-wheel drive, because it truly is an instant engaging four-wheel drive system. Very, very good. Now the shocks on this ATV, I mean, extremely comfortable, extremely. This, I don't care what anyone says, this is the best riding ATV money can buy, period. It is the most comfortable ride. It's plush, it's forgiving. You can literally hit a down tree on the trail and it just kind of floats over it. It won't buck you off the back of the bike. It's just very, very comfortable. Now the downside, trade-off, when you ride this thing aggressively, it wants to pitch. It wants to pitch real bad, actually, and it almost wants to roll. I contribute that to these very soft tires, and I have plans for that, which I will be showing you. But front and rear, you get 26-inch CST tires. They're actually a nice tread pattern, but these sidewalls are very, very soft. They roll very easy. I believe they are 6-ply, but they just don't have the structure, and this tread doesn't really allow for a good slide I'm a big fan of the bighorns, that's all I'm saying. A little hint of what's coming. But these aren't my favorite. It's a good tread pattern for trail riding, but when you ride it aggressively, they do want to roll off the beat a little bit, and not a massive fan. Now in the back you see your sway bar, fully independent rear suspension, big single muffler back here, and I'm just saying, it sounds really good for stock. This is a hunting ATV, and it really has a nice rumble. I'm gonna leave it alone. When I was younger, I'd be putting an HMF performance muffler on this the second I got it, but now I'm 30 and I'm happy with the factory sound. Really nice though, and extremely proven motor. Now in the rear, I love this rear rack. I love the plastic racks. These are actually for 5-gallon buckets. You can fit 3 of them on the back of this ATV. And you have a really nice dry storage, which seems to be well gasketed all the way around. We'll see how dry that stays, but it does have a bit of compression when you shut it. And up here, very Polaris-like, you have your straps. This folds up. And you have a nice dry storage box. Now this comes out. You have 2 locks on each side, and for cleaning you can really get under the fender wells, get to the radiator, and get the whole front of the bike really clean. You put it back down, it's just 2 latches once again. Other side, perfect. I really like that as well. Footwells, love them. I don't like the foot pegs. I wish they had just an OEM option like the Renegade has to get a raised metal foot peg. Aluminum, anything would be really nice, because once some mud gets in here, the floor will get a little flat feeling, and that foot peg kind of disappears. So just a note on that. What else? Fender flares are nice. Again, this bike keeps you really clean when you're riding it. Huge plus, the Renegade, you got killed with mud, like all the time. But overall, I am just really happy. We're going to start this thing up and let you hear how she revs. It's going to be a hot start. Make sure your bike is in neutral. The fuel pump prime. Grab the brakes, start it up. Now, while I really do love everything about this ATV, the electric power steering is ridiculous. Polaris has nailed that. Feels great when you're riding. That headlight up top, non-LED. These headlights, non-LED. Taillights are. That's nice. Your 1000 gets the center LED tail light to kind of distinguish it. I guess that's the same reason why the 1000, at least the trail editions or whatever that fancy edition gets, you get the LED headlights. Now, what's strange to me is you're over $10,000 for this bike, yet you still get halogen headlights. They're bright enough, I get it. come on, Polaris, put some LED bulbs in these housings. I know that you want to distinguish your high-end models with the daytime running lights and all that nonsense. It makes sense. I get it. Throw some better bulbs in these. This is a high-end bike, steel wheel bike, non-power steering, sure. Put halogens in it, but for that price point, I can see it in the 2021 or 22, it's going to be a standard feature, but for this 19, it is not. I guess that's my only gripe, and that's pretty lame gripe to have. But overall, I'm really happy with this ATV. Very fast, very fun. I got one ride on it. I'll throw a few little clips in this video, showing you throwing some sand and a few races and some hill climbs and stuff. Overall, really happy. Pull the seat off real quick. But there's your CVT. Also unique to this bike, inline twin. Your CVT is running parallel with the bike. And there's your air box with your air filter right up top, if you didn't know. So if this video helps you, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. There'll be much more footage coming of this bike. And as always, thanks for watching.